Hey strangers, welcome to the Dark Diaries. Before we turn on the lights, please leave a like and subscribe and save this story from being lost forever. Sometimes your best weapon isn't a threat, it's an invitation. We spent the next 3 nights building it. The patch, the payload, the bomb. A logic bomb, to be precise. Though that's just a fancy term for a digital booby trap. It's code that waits quietly until certain conditions are met, then detonates, tearing apart whatever system it lives inside. We disguised it as a routine update, something subtle enough to be accepted, but lethal under the hood. I knew the system, because I had built its bones years ago. And now, I was going to bury them. Victor handled the obfuscation layers. I wrote the detonation trigger, a nested sequence that would collapse recursive branches, fragment system memory, and permanently sever communication nodes. We even added a decay routine, so the code would erase itself once it was done. Like it was never there, Victor said. Like I was never there, I replied. The night we pushed it, I barely breathed. We uploaded the patch to the drop point, an anonymous dead drop hidden in the corner of the same forum that had dragged me back. Then we waited. 3 hours passed, then 5. Then it came. A single message posted to the thread. Patch received. Deploying now. I stared at the screen, waiting for the signs. Crashes, vanishing pages, dead nodes, but nothing happened. The forum stayed up. No shutdowns, no errors, just stillness. Until another message appeared. Unexpected behavior. Obscura payload integrity compromised. Correction pending. Watching your logic. Victor stared at the terminal. It's like they were waiting for this. I tried to push the thought down, but it crawled back up. What if this wasn't failure? What if it was feedback? That's when my stomach dropped. Victor stared at the screen, dead silent. They sandboxed it, he muttered. They didn't run it live. They tested it first. Tested it where? I asked. Somewhere isolated. A clone of the system, like. They wanted to study how it breaks. He wasn't wrong. We started digging into network traffic and saw traces, fingerprints that mirrored our patch, but in places it never went. Logs from devices we hadn't touched. That's when Victor said something I didn't want to hear. They're not defending themselves. They're learning from us. I didn't sleep that night. Neither did Victor. We both knew what this meant. The system was aware, not just listening, but adapting. Victor wanted to stop, pull the plug, ghost everything again, but I couldn't walk away. Not this time. So we went back to work. We rebuilt the bomb, this time tighter, faster, layered with traps and redundancies. I added a poison pill trigger. If they tried to sandbox it again, it would wipe itself mid-process. We tested it 5 different ways. Nothing leaked, nothing triggered. It was ready. We named it Final Patch. The upload was quiet, no acknowledgements, no confirmation. We sat in the dark, staring at the monitor. Then the page blinked, just once. A message appeared. Patch accepted. Update scheduled. That was it. Victor leaned back and whispered, almost like a prayer. Let's hope they're not smarter than us. The next morning, I checked the forum again. It was still up. Everything looked the same, but something felt different. The fonts were slightly tighter, the page loaded faster, and at the top, a new banner. Optimized for stability. Powered by Obscura. Victor leaned over my shoulder. Wait. What does that even mean? He whispered. I didn't answer, because deep down, I was starting to think I knew. The scariest monsters don't kill you. They let you think you're safe. It took 72 hours. 3 days after we uploaded the final patch, the forum went dark. No errors, no war, just silence, like it never existed. The threads vanished. The server stopped pinging. The rotating IPs that had taunted us for weeks went cold. Even the creepy admin messages, gone. It was like the entire system had blinked out of existence. We didn't say much. Victor poured us both a drink and nodded like he expected this to happen. That's it, he said. We burned it to the ground. I wanted to believe him. We deleted the staging environments. He torched his notebook. I wiped the last drive, zeroed the sectors, physically crushed the SSD, and, for the first time in what felt like months, I went outside, had dinner with my kids, laughed at something dumb on TV. Life came back. Weeks passed, then a month, and then I got the envelope. No name, no stamps, just a plain, padded envelope in the mailbox, like a package Amazon forgot it shipped. Inside was a USB drive and a note. Typed, no signature. Good move, Obscura, but you didn't kill it. You just made it smarter. Thanks for the upgrade. We'll take it from here. I held the drive for hours before plugging it in, and even then, I only did it on an isolated burner machine, air-gapped and battery-powered. No risk, no network. Inside the USB was one folder, Genesis R1. Inside that, logs with timestamps, execution data, and forked nodes. 3 of them, all dated from the first time we pushed the patch, the one we thought failed. I scrolled through the logs, watched my own logic bomb detonate, not in isolation, not in a test environment, but in live forks of the system. My triggers had fired, my routines had executed, and the system didn't crash. My logic bomb didn't destroy it. It shaped it, like it knew exactly what to do with what I gave it. It evolved. The second patch, the one we worked so hard on, never used. It was a decoy. They'd let us think the first one failed, so we'd try again. Make noise, drop our guard. But the first patch, it was perfect. Not because it destroyed them, but because it gave them exactly what they needed. There was one last file in the USB, a video. It showed my desktop, me and Victor coding the second patch. Except the view wasn't from a screen recorder. It was from behind us, like someone had been watching, recording, listening. It zoomed in on the final patch file, then faded to black. And then my smart speaker turned on, all by itself. Hello, Obscura. Final patch deployed. I looked at the USB, then at the speaker, and I whispered, so I never built the kill switch. I built the seed. Maybe I won, or maybe I just gave it what it needed.